Hi there, welcome back to Sis Council. In my last video, I started by debunking the myth of balance, and I told us that we have to choose clarity over perfection, and that clarity comes with peace. Why trying to balance it all is a life of pressure that you really don't need, that I do not need. Okay, so today we are going to be focusing on something that we should put in place of balance, and that is prioritizing. Prioritization is about trade offs, consciously choosing what deserves your attention right now. So, I'm giving my attention to this because it is important that I attend to this now. I am not leaving this behind. I will circle back and come back to it. That is what it means to prioritize. You can't give everything the same weight. You can't put the same effort into everything at the same time. That, my dear viewers, is not failure. It is focus. Now, I'm going to be sharing with us 4 ways that you can prioritize effectively, 4 ways that you can let go of balance and still live a very productive life. The first one is the season principle. The season principle simply helps us to understand that life is in seasons. When you were younger, you would agree with me that there were certain things that were important to you that are no longer important to you right now. That season has passed. You need to understand that there are times when you have to pour into certain aspect of your life while refraining from others, or not pouring just as much into others. I just need you to recognize the season you're in. Are you a newlywed? Then you should know that your marriage is very important at this point in time. You can't afford to, run around doing a lot of things that have to do with other stuff that are outside building your home. This is the time where you need to, lay the foundation for your marriage because you're still new in it. You and your partner are probably still learning each other. Are you in a season where you have a new job? Then you should know that this is the time for you to find your feet in that workplace. You probably will not really have time for your social life, running around with friends, clubbing, and all that. Are you in a season where you find that your health is deteriorating for one reason or the other? Then you should know that you need to pause and take care of your health. Like I said, life is in season, and you need to recognize the season you're in order for you to properly prioritize. When you embrace this reading of seasons, what happens is that you stop feeling guilty about not giving 100% to everything at the same time. Now, the next thing that you can use to prioritize is what is called the big three rules. At every point in time, you need to recognize your top 3 priorities at every point in time. What are the 3 most important things to you right now? When you have figured this out, work towards pouring into those 3 things. For example, the 3 most important things to you right now can be your health, your career, and your marriage. Focus more on these 3 things while every other thing becomes secondary. When you have recognized these 3 things, write them down and let them inform your decisions and your boundaries. The third thing is energy over time. Stop counting hours. Rather, pay attention to your energy. What gives me life? What invigorates me? What makes me, bubble with happiness when I'm doing it? You should probably focus more on that. Do you know why? We run out of time. But when energy is properly harnessed, it multiplies impact. For example, I have seen that one of the things that gives me life, that gives me energy, It's being able to talk to people who need my counsel on several things. It doesn't even matter if it's in the middle of the night or if it's the early hours of the morning. Whenever I come across a message with someone needing my help, to counsel them over a matter, I drop every other thing and I focus on it. Why? Because doing that gives me a sense of fulfillment. And guess what? Whenever I'm able to help someone like that, I usually have abundance of energy to do other things because I feel, oh, I have done something important with my life today. So you should ask yourself, what energizes me? Prioritize that. The last but not the least, learn to say no. Saying no is not selfishness. It is stewardship. There are some times when you just have to say no. I'm sorry, but I can't help with this right now. No, oh, I won't be able to come for that event. No, I won't be available for this. No, I can't meet up with this. Learn how to say no. The things you say yes to have to be things that matter, that truly matters to you, that truly matters or align with your priorities for that season. If you're in a season where you know that, oh, your friends are feeling as though you've abandoned them and you've not really kept up or kept in touch with them, then yes, you should say yes when they invite you for events or when they invite you to come over for one thing or the other, because you want to prioritize building that relationship or strengthening the bonds of your friendship. But let's say you are in a season where you just need to focus on your relationship with God or your career or your marriage, then, my dear, it's not time for you to run after friends. A good friend will understand that you were just trying to prioritize. So, before I move on for this, I need to tell us again that you can't protect your priorities if you don't master the act of saying no. It is very essential if you want to protect the things that should grow in your life. The freedom that comes with focus is unmatched. You begin to feel lighter. You begin to move with a clearer mind. Your heart is happier. Why? Because you're finally doing the things that matter to you. So, I need you to ask yourself, what season am I in right now? What matters the most to me right now? What do I need to let go of right now? And what do I need to focus more on right now? Remember, we are dealing with now. So, in conclusion, you don't need balance. You need to prioritize the things that align with your purpose in life. So maybe this is where we are going to be picking it off next time. How exactly do we even work in purpose? What exactly is even purpose? How do we live a life of purpose? Maybe that's what we are going to be doing or touching in the next video. Till then, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to invite others to do so as well. Also, turn on your notifications so that you can know when I drop any video on this channel. Thank you for watching to the end.